history. Inflation has been a common phenomenon in its economy, and it has been worsening in the last decade to reach today an annualized rate of 138.3%. During the past years, and particularly since the administration of Mauricio Macri, there has been a decline in real income, which has mainly affected the working class. This situation is
We are now
exacerbated by the
going to
impact of the
listen to
pandemic,
Liberty Advance's
international
candidate and candidate who's going to this runoff, Javier Milei.
Con toda su fuerza las ideas de la libertad, de no tener partido, a estar disputando la primera fuerza nacional con el kirchnerismo en solo 2 años, es un verdadero logro histórico. Estamos frente a un logro histórico.
This we have accomplished so far is an historic achievement. We need to be aware of the importance of this achievement, which for the first time in 2 years has been something pretty important. What you have done to elect the liberalism in Argentina's people, it's something incredible. It's impressive what we have built so far. Because of this, I want to congratulate all of those who have been supporting us. I would also like to thank you, especially to Carolina Píparo and Ramiro Marra, who have fought incredibly to bring for us this achievement. Also, I would like to salute Jorge Macri and his development and achievement in this process. Also, to congratulate the new governor of the Rio. But mostly, I want you to take into account that this is the most important elections in the last 100 years. We are going to decide if we are going to keep with the same model that we have through the 5 years, or if we are going to embrace the new development which is going to bring us forward. Today is an historic day because most of the Argentinians voted for a change that keeps away all the politics who are not addressing the country's needs correctly. Because of this, I'm here to fight and propose new measures and development to achieve the greatness that we once had. Because beyond of our differences, we need to acknowledge that what we have here is unorganized crime. For 100 years, we have been living in poverty. Because they defend a government which is designed to defend themselves and their needs. If all of us who want a change don't work together, we cannot achieve a change, and we cannot allow the Kirchnerismo to overcome the country and rule it. Those who regulated our thoughts, those who want to use the government advantages for their own well-being. And that's why we want criminals behind bars. And embrace a free world away from all the dictatorship that we have been dealing so far. Never has been a more clear, important election in our history. And therefore, we need to work together. If we work together, we can win. We can recover our country and avoid the young people leaving the country. We can fight corruption and finish with all the privilege that the politicians have. We need to think in the future and what we want for our children. This is all about you, your children, and the future generations. They are going to do everything in their power to stop this. And therefore, you need to choose if you want Kirchnerismo or if you want liberty. We need to embrace all those who want a true change for our country. They say that we're going to keep the people away from their rights. We are here to finally be free, not to provide the rights that every person has. And this way, they are not going to be able to keep stealing from the people. This way, we are going to reconstruct all the economy sectors. We cannot settle with poverty. We need to transform our reality. It's possible to achieve change if we work together. Therefore, we need to fight for the ideas of freedom. We need to fight for... We will see each other in November for achieving the victory.
Hasta allí, Javier Milei. A ver, hicimos un conteo de 3 palabras. Kirchnerismo, cambio y juntos. Kirchnerismo 10 veces. Cambio 8.6. Beto Quevedo. Todo tuyo. Contá.
We are looking at the images of the Liberty Advances headquarters as Javier Milei, who has come in second in this presidential election with 30% of the votes. He has just addressed his public at the headquarters, and some key elements to think about his speech. The first one and the most relevant is that clearly the liberal strategy continues to be polarizing with Kirchnerism in a very aggressive manner. He has spoken about defeating Kirchnerism both at national level and in the city of Buenos Aires. Also congratulating Jorge Macri, who is not from the Liberty Advances, but from Together for Change, and who may also go into a second round against Union for the Homeland candidate Santoro. In this case, Milei congratulated Macri and said that they are both fighting the fight against Kirchnerism. That is what he wants to highlight in a clear strategy that he pretends to gain votes from that heavily polarized scenario. We will continue to see if this strategy actually gains him some votes, as we were discussing that Union from the Homeland is trying to implement a different strategy in which they present themselves as a new version. Kicillof has spoken on campaign about designing new tunes, doing a new version of the Peronist coalition, trying to move themselves from that heavily polarized scenario. So we will see which of these strategies at hand actually play off. So we were talking with Elias Bertolotto, political scientist, as we were analyzing the upcomings of this election day. We were just listening to Javier Milei. Elias, anything to point out in Javier Milei's speech? How did you see him? What do you think he is pointing at?
Well, as you just say, and we were talking about before, 2 points, 2 important points are: first one, that he salute and congratulate Jorge Macri. For those who doesn't know, Jorge Macri, which is the candidate for the chief of the governance of City of Buenos Aires, is like the mayor, is the cousin of the former ex-president Mauricio Macri. So they are relatives of blood, and the closeness that Milei tried to approach Macri now is trying with Jorge Macri. They are trying, in this connects with the second point, to build, to construct an anti-coalition of anti-Kirchnerism. So these 2 important points, as you were talking about, and we are just talking before his speech, are important because it proves that he will choose
Of those Argentinians who let their ballot blank. Those who, I guess, be disappointed, stayed at home. I would like to tell them, those who elected, who chose Miriam and Juan as their candidates. I would like to tell them, to those thousands of radicals, that they need to understand and value basic rights, like the construction of institutional rights that Argentina deserves. But also, I would like to address those who think that it's necessary to have a peaceful Argentina. An Argentina that respects institutions and are hoping for a country that doesn't live in uncertainty. I would do great efforts to win their trust in the next 30 days. I would like to tell you and committed to build a better Argentina, staying true to our thoughts and beliefs, to be more organized and secure. I want to build clear rules to fight uncertainty and to build a homeland that, without doubts, we will know that our children will go to school with books and computers in their bags, not guns. And in order to achieve that, I want to highlight something that I've been saying from the first day. I'm going to start a government that settles on unity from December on. This is going to be a government built on the base of counting with the thoughts and concerns of those who want a better Argentina, regardless of which party they support. I want to start a new time in Argentina. And for that, it's important to establish the main pillars. We need a united government in order to build an Argentina I also would like to make a call to build unity for those who want and are fighting for a better education. I want to start to build a working regime that is fair and embraces technologies without rejecting or not acknowledging the rights that we have achieved previously.
Quiero convocar a la Argentina que se para frente al mundo.
I would like to make a call to the Argentina that stands in front of the world, that an Argentina that does not give away its natural resources, and roots for development without rejecting its beliefs, that embraces development for the north of the country, an Argentina that embraces inclusion, who wants to reinforce its own currency, that supports development projects and cares for the people with disabilities. I want to make a call for us to understand that Argentina of the future will also address industry. An Argentina that has businessmen and workers sitting on the same table.
Quiero convocarlos a que tengamos la capacidad de poder poner un punto final.
I want us to understand that we have the capacity to we can bring to an end this thought or harming others and the enemies. And that the previous time that we were living has come to an end, and we need to begin a new one.
Saben ustedes que no soy de los que les gusta insultar.
You know that I'm not one of those people who like to insult others or destroy their reputation. I am a person who believes I'm a person who believes in others, and I've been always been so, and I do think that you're going to make the right decision. And I'm convinced that this is a great country, unlike many people say. And therefore, we're going to put this country in the place that it deserves.
Quiero también contarles que a lo largo del día
I will also like to tell you that throughout the day, especially after 7, of many presidents and leaders from other countries that obviously we're looking very closely and great interest what was going on in Argentine elections, because they know that we believe in one Argentina that believes in multilateralism, that wants stability and security, and wants to have relations with the rest of the world, and is serious when relating with other countries. And I transmitted my conviction that this country, to which many years ago my parents got here running from the war, and we are going to achieve that country that we were hoping from December on. And somehow this commitment has to do with feeling pride for each one of our things, and feeling passionate for our homeland, for our flag and our government. And this has made us to embrace our partners despite of what they think. And I'm going to be a president that honors our constitution and flag. I would also like to tell you that we're aware that many Argentinians voted for us as a way of showing with the votes what they wanted and what they not. And they used their vote as a way of showing a new path. And somehow, the result of this and the has made me work that make you feel convinced and sure that you chose the right person. I want you to know that I'm going to work for the next 30 days for people to believe that this new project for development in Argentina that this new project for development is based on the realities of those mothers that need to lead their children unattended because they need to work and provide for them. An Argentina that knows that our schools and universities are better than they used to be. I want them to know that we are in debt with them and that we're going to improve everything that needs to be worked on. That we are going to be aware of the situation of those persons that are retired and over 90 years old. We're going to work to improve and consolidate the public system. I'm going to be the president that works on the jobs and security. And lastly, I would like to ask, I would like to thank to my greatest supporter, which is my family and wife, which are with me here today. And I would also like to thank all my partners that supported me each one of us. The best thing we have that we're gathered here today, the best thing we have is our family. They are the place where we share dreams and hopes, fears and concerns. And somehow I asked them to be with me because I understand that Argentina is a big family, which need someone that works for them 24/7, that understand and has the capacity for understanding that those who are suffering the consequences of this situation are trusting us. And we know that Argentina is hoping to build that great land that with the support of all the organizations is going to address that debt and is going to recover the sovereignty and it's going to trust also a regime that distributes profits fairly. A country that protects companies and small organizations. I would like to tell every Argentinian that the main idea is to make every Argentinian see that as I committed to protect my kids the day they were born, the same way that I built a beautiful family and we built a home, the way that we grew and were able to fulfill our dreams, and in this same way, I want to say that every Argentinian can go to bed knowing that I'm going to take care of this homeland and I'm going to take care of every Argentinian citizen. And lastly, I would like to say thank you to all of you, those who are in the streets, in their provinces, those who are seeing us through the TV, and those who believe in us. There are still 30 days left. In November, we're going to decide if we're going to build a place that is going to care for everyone or a country that is going to leave each citizen on their own. Regardless of the religion, social class, I count on each one of you. Thank you very much.
We were listening to ruling coalition candidate Sergio Massa, and winner of this election in its first round, Sergio Massa is going to be facing Javier Milei in the runoff on November 19th to see who will become the next president of Argentina, and some key points and final impressions to gather from this speech. Well, we are joined back by our guest, Elias Bertolotto, political scientist. The Massa speech was key, again, key in the run towards the upcoming runoff. He, as did Milei previously, he is clearly thinking about who he needs to win back to his own votes. He's trying to, both candidates will try in the upcoming weeks until we get to November 19th to increase their electoral base, to increase their voters. So Massa made some very key statements in this speech. He talked about the gap, the political gap that separates and has separated for the past decades Kirchnerism and anti-Kirchnerism. He said that this is over and that this election has brought this gap to an end. He also called for all of the center to center left coalitions and parties to join him in this runoff against ultra-right libertarian Javier Milei. He called not only to the parties that traditionally accompany the Peronist coalition, but he made a call to the left, he made a call to the radical party, which tends to be and is partly a part of the Together for Change coalition. So he's definitely trying to win back votes, to win in the runoff. Elias Bertolotto, how did you see this Sergio Massa, who has won the presidential first round and is heading to the runoff?
Well, first of all, three key important aspects of his discourse, of his speech, were first, unity. He talked a lot about unity of Argentina, of the independent of political background, being unified in the target of acquire a better future for Argentina. Second key important aspect is education. As a phrase he said that was, we must put notebooks in the backpacks of the children, not guns, in opposition to the policies of Javier Milei. And the third point will be about construction. And construction of what? Construction of industry, construction of redistribution of income, construction of natural resource, construction of a better economy for Argentina. He talked about these 3 points a lot, which are like his pillars of for the next 50 days. He talked a lot about the promises he's going to make and make reality. He said that in the next 50 days, he will convince the rest of the Argentine people to vote for him. And he promised not only for these next 50 days, but when he's elected, he will make a future for those children when they are going to sleep. They will know that, as he said, I'm paraphrasing him, that they will know there will be a future for their homeland. He aspired to have a hopeful speech, and he delimited his opponent, but he's trying to attract, as you say, the radicals, for example, and other parties to his alliances. Maybe he's right when he says that there is no more Kirchnerism and anti-Kirchnerism. Maybe because there are new faces, the coalition of Cambiemos has failed this election, and there is Milei with the Liberty Advance as a new front, and Kirchner, Cristina Fernández Kirchner, and also Alberto Fernández, they are not anymore in the public eye, and Massa is in the